Welcome to Kickstarter Radio 102.4. I'm your host, Lipstickpaddy, and today we're looking at Budgies with Grudges. Now this game, you need to be warned. Here is what to expect from this video. Let's roll the intro. The adorably twisted card game. I wouldn't say adorable. In fact, there is something very insidious about this game. Chopping someone's scalp off, nasty. Putting a pencil through the head of somebody, if that's not bad enough, and then using your head to draw a line of blood in a circle. You see how this game is pure insidious in its nature. Anyone who is into animal welfare is going to be outraged by this, totally. So yes, it's nasty, it's vile, it's offensive. Turn away if you don't want to see more. But anyway, let's go to the Kickstarter page and see what this game is about after all, right after this. The next social stretch goal on KiS 102.4 is the 250 subscriber. Subscribe today and unlock new music that will change the music in all the videos in the future. You could be part of the evolution. With Grudges, the adorably twisted card game. I wouldn't say adorable. In fact, there is something very insidious about this game. Yes, it is nasty, absolutely nasty. I do not like the use of this peace symbol here because it's upside down, and when it's upside down it represents Satan. Just saying. If you don't know what the hell I'm talking about and are interested, put words in the comments. What is this game? It's a card battle game, yes. And it is sheer nasty. We've got this kind of pop art here. Take it or leave it. The company has been doing this kind of art for a while. And the company does enjoy doing, you can see here, a bird smoking a cigarette on a laptop, listening to some music maybe. Yeah, it does portray this strange image. You can see age 14 plus. I wonder if anyone 14 is going to actually get something out of this game's art, because the art is definitely offensive. I'll say offensive. You pick your character, you get your cards, and then you dish out the pain, as it says here. Our first imagery here of a bird putting another bird through a cheese grater. Yes, it is fairly nasty, and there's more of this nasty to come. So you're dealing cards out and you're trying to use the card to negate that or to heal yourself, or there's lots of complexity here. It's not rock, paper, scissors. No. Of course you can heal, is an important part of it, and you can get knocked out where you've got to roll the dice to come back. Look at the rules at the end. We'll go down the page first, and they need a bit of work, the rules. They do indeed. Now, if you look at this picture, it looks kind of family friendly. A guy here selling, I don't know what that is. It looks illegal, and you know, he's obviously a hobo. Just the art style is off the wall. And they are kind of hiding the art, putting it small like this. Before we go to the rulebook, we're going to switch to the Instagram page, where you can see this bigger on the Instagram page, and it's more brutal, certainly. Now it is coming in a bigger box than what it had a couple of years ago, so it has got bigger. This game was originally concepted a few years ago, but it's gone through a couple of passes. These grey cubes, though, not too hot on that. And as we go down, I'll talk about these cards. Now, these character cards, this on the right here is supposed to be momentum, and it's angled like this for no good reason, is from what I can tell. And they've taken away from the art of the bird completely on the card here. I mean, could it not have just gone vertically up, increase the size of the, the hero image? I don't know, but the art is certainly a dirty colours that are being used here. Less vibrant, more of a wash of paint with black inside the colour, so it's a bit dirty, like a dirty pink here, dirty greens, dirty oranges. They kind of got a mix of black in there to dirty them. All right. There's going to be two decks anyway, an action deck and a bruise deck, and you can see the different types. Now, they do have some interesting mechanics. Let's just go to these first three here. Look, chopping someone's scalp off, nasty. Melting somebody with a hairdryer, nasty. Putting a pencil through the head of somebody, if that's not bad enough, and then using your head to draw a line of blood in a circle. You see how this game is pure Sidious in its nature. It's just... Now you can do a straight up attack. A submission is like a hold, so you're going to be grabbing them. They have to roll a dice to get out of the submission. Distract means you can't attack me. That will persist in the round. Supplement is restoring health. Weapon, talk about that in a minute. Mix up is like a unique card, and defend allows you to, not get attack, so it's a simple defense. Weapon will just come up here. Let's say Mr. Cactus here. He's called Papa Cacti, but is he? They have a pledge where you can name these characters for extra money. And so your deck, when you buy it, is going to be affected by these people's names that they put in here. This momentum track, let's say Cactus here does an attack and he attacks you for 2. The momentum's going to go up for 2. Now this momentum is like a currency, and this currency can be spent when you have a weapon. You can see this grey weapon here. It requires the charge of your momentum, so potentially you can do a lot of attacking, get up to the top here, and when you get a weapon, unleash a deadly blow, basically. So there is kind of a powering up thing. So yeah, nailing a bird to a dartboard and throwing darts at it. Absolutely vile. We have using some glasses to create a laser which burns the brain of a bird and all the goo comes out. Anyone who is into animal welfare is going to be outraged by this, totally. Cooking a bird in a candle. Now on these cards, you can see they've got these arrows here. And from what I can tell, these arrows are simply used in a cheat mode, so you can pretty much ignore them. The slip disc here is a very violent card, and it's taking away leaves of a character and potentially breaking legs. The blue here are bird feathers and the reds are legs being broke. Circle of Hell, for example, is going to break a leg. And yeah, so these are the submissions. You've been held. You've been held on a dartboard. You're going to be held while the laser's burning you, and you're going to be held up over. So that you're actually holding a bird alive over a candle here. Are you kidding me? And you've got to roll to get out of this. This is what I mean. A lot of these cards, you could actually, you know, envisage this in real life. Somebody as cruel. This is what I mean. There's a cruelty to these cards. Distraction cards here. This divine intervention one, you can hardly see the halo on the grasshopper. You just need to bring that art down a little bit, just to make that look a little bit more interesting. Yeah, there's some interesting cards. I mean, it's not all offensive. You just need to note coming in that some of these are pretty vile. Don't enjoy the bird flu card. It's just bad taste. You know, people died of bird flu. Is that just me? You can see birds here gambling. So it has using weapons that aren't. The game is using weapons that aren't ordinarily used as a weapon, like a fishing pole, for example. Not normally used as a weapon to kill somebody. This, in the rules of the UK's policy on governing ratings for things, is an instant 18 rating, by the way. If you use a weapon that's not classified in normal thinking of a weapon, it's classified as an 18. For example, a disc is not a recognized weapon, a hairdryer is not, certainly a compass is not, but all of these can be used to obviously damage birds, and this is the point here, that it is offensive, and there's a sense of insidious nastiness to this game. Now the bruise deck, I don't know why I don't know why these cards are a little bit, you can't see the art on them. Superficial one mean the wound didn't get you. These mean the more nasty, and I don't know why. Is this you're not seeing straight if you get hit by these? It's odd to see that. Rewards then, it's cheap. I'll give it that. It's certainly cheap, and they do have an early bird, literally. They have this, you can name one of these birds here. So the cactus guy, you can actually name him whatever you'd like. So your game is going to be affected by people's names. And it looks like you can also get another one in this more expensive one, very expensive. And you see these pledges, they're kind of immortalizing you inside this game. It is bound for retail, and stretch goals. This is obviously going to get bigger. I mean, these are tiny stretches, tiny, 1,000. More characters are coming, and just look at these characters. Tying someone up while they're alive. This is torture. But are you getting the theme of this game? Totally nasty. Shipping is all, subject to change. And it is coming soon. It's coming in August, so this is potentially already printed. We don't, it looks like it's quite far along its development. I'm guessing Yeah, they are going to be manufactured in China, but we don't know what the delays are in China because there's going to be a huge queue of games that should have been printed already. So it's a case of you're joining the queue to be manufacturing queue. There's no FAQ tackling the coronavirus effects on it, so there is that. Now they don't show you here, which is kind of important, the size of the box, how it's got bigger. This is kind of the old art from 2 years ago. A bird with a trowel for gardening as a weapon. Again, using unnatural weapons. Alright, we're almost at the end. Now, I'm going to go to the Instagram and then I'm going to go to the rulebook just to show you more art on Instagram. And I don't know why it's on Instagram. You could put this on the Kickstarter page, but again, it's going to be more offensive for people to see it. So a cat drinking blood from a bird's mouth. Terrible. A bird pulling the heart out of another bird and eating it. Cannibalism. It is chock full of nastiness. There is the torture weapon of a fishing pole. Now, I'm pretty sure it's down here, the box size. I've got to log in with Instagram. Forget that. Forget it. Forget you. Here it is. So 2 years ago, tiny box, and a little bit bigger now. It's something like 20% bigger or something. The adorable card game for evil little flockers. I think that's what it's trying to say here. If you are evil, you may enjoy this game more than someone who isn't. Alright, we'll head to the rulebook and then we'll go back to the Kickstarter page. Alright, here it is, the rulebook, and so far so good. Table setup. Starting to look a little bit text heavy here, like it's done in a word processor. This certainly needs an art pass to make it look more. It's like this is the last thing they're going to change. And I hope this is not going to be final. There's no concept of draft here. It doesn't say beta. So if this is the final rulebook, then it's in a little bit of trouble. For one, the character cards you're using here are your prototype. They are not representative of your... Why are you not using your art here? You can see that this momentum track is not even needed. It's just taking up a large part of the card. Yeah, and you're making the hero image smaller. So, you know, there's definitely ways you could have fixed this, in my opinion. This game is not for Marys, canaries, or even canaries called Mary. This is the humour here. And this game pits colourful pet budgies against one another every time Granny has a medicine-induced nap. So yeah, I mean it's... And it specifically says that these are... It's a battle arena inside a bird cage. Bird fighting inside a bird cage. A no-holds-barred avian battle arena. I do like the complexity of the card types, especially the weapon super cards. I like them. Mix-up cards, would be interesting to see more of them. So far, so good. Bruises here. You see the different types. This bit's okay. But then we just go a little bit text heavy. You can see they're bringing in some card art now, finally, and it's fairly clear. What I don't enjoy is when it comes to showing you how it's played. Now, this is the cheat code card. This is where those arrows come in. And if you get the arrows like the cheat card, it says knock out an opponent instantly. So yes, there is an execute ability in the game. Now this is what I'm talking about here. Could be displaying this with images, better understanding of it rather than just read it here. Show some example plays with example cards. There is some good things. There is an FAQ here which is appreciative of, and yeah, how do you get rid of bird flu? Well, you've got to be knocked out to get rid of that card, so that's fairly interesting. The FAQ is, you can see here, more interesting than anything else in the rules for giving you more information about the game. And there you go. It does say, there we go, it is not final. Well, that is a good thing to say that. We do need a better round example here with some uses of cards, I would say. Other than that, I think the rulebook is a little bit, looking a bit like a word processor. Could definitely do with some graphical updates, and use more of the card art, which you are starting to use, so hopefully this is on the way of getting improved. Especially here, you've got like healing in white, bruises in white, even though up here, you know, they're all in white basically. You know, I'm just saying, make it look more attractive as a rule book is what I'm trying to say. Look at some other rule books from little boxes games, and you'll see the kind of things that are getting done out there. Alright, let's go back to the Kickstarter page. So there you go, Budgies with Grudges, the offensive battle game using animal torture and death killing, unnatural weapons. It's clearly signaling for people out there that like this stuff. Ages 14. I'd keep this away from my kids. It just looks terrible, but that's just me. You can make your own minds up. I'm not trying to tell you what it is. If you know somebody who might enjoy this art, please share this video. And yeah, I do wish the BrainBlips success in this week on Kickstarter, as it's a heavy one. Yeah, good luck with your project. It's definitely looking a lot better than 2 years ago, and yeah, we'll see if you get see if you reach your goal this time. So that is Budgies with Grudges, a kind of a card game, but not because it's bad in its design, just because the cards, what they're showing you, is kind of terrible, like nasty stuff. Alright, there we go. Budgies with Grudges, Kickstarter page. You've been listening to Kickstarter Radio 102.4. I'm your host, Lipstickpaddy. You stay safe, take care, and if you're staying at home, have fun, and bye-bye for now.